Good day, depending on where you're catching up with us from today. It's Wednesday, which means it's the middle of the week. I love Wednesdays, obviously, because Wednesdays tend to be really great days for me. I was born on a Wednesday as a sidetrack. My boy was born on a Wednesday as well. Wednesday is the middle of the week, is bang on in the middle. So it's like kind of, we've done 2 days, middle of the work week, 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday is usually the middle of the week. And so today I was just thinking about something that I learned somewhere yesterday. And so God giving me the grace, I love to have what I call soul care Wednesdays. And if I'm able to do so, I'll do recordings, live streaming on Wednesdays, at such a time as this in the evenings, just to talk about soul care. You know, we live in a world where we prioritize self-care a lot. We talk about self-care, we talk about looking after yourself, we talk about things that matter. But one of the things that I've actually realized over the last couple of years that we underestimate its power is looking after our souls. And there are so many things that we can actually get to, or our souls can actually get to a point where we start having issues that can actually reflect even on our self-care if our souls are not healed. One of the things that I would love to talk a little bit about today, introduce it, and then we'll cover it again next week on Wednesday, is the whole issue to do with releasing forgiveness and bitterness. We have so many things that will happen in our lives. We do life with people. We are meant for community. I usually say people in common unity. We are meant to do life with each other. And just the fact that we do life with each other means that sometimes I might do something that I'll step on your feet, I'll step on your toe. It might be even potentially you've come onto this channel, stumbled across something that I've said or I've done that can actually result in you being upset for no reason, and that can actually make you carry me along with you, that you walk for many years saying, Claire offended me, Claire did this, when this Claire has no idea. Our souls are so much kind of in a way sometimes can be really harassed. They can be really overburdened, and we can carry so many things around us that they become really kind of like heavy ladens or heavy burdens on us. And when you're carrying along with you unforgiveness, it is sadly one of those things that we kind of in a way get in a trap, and we get really offended, we get really affected by those offenses, that it becomes really difficult for us to be able to let go. Somebody once ever said, when you carry unforgiveness, it's like you're drinking poison and you're expecting the other person to die. When we carry around our souls, the hurt that people do to us, the things that people do to us, the things that we don't really like, we can never be able to look after our souls, right? We cannot be able to look after our souls properly or carefully if we kind of in a way allow ourselves to carry around us that hurt. If you're somebody that is constantly reminding yourself to kind of in a way say, well, somebody has done that, Joshua has just said this about me, that will actually make you start getting offended. That will actually make you start feeling bad about it, because at the end of the day, somebody who doesn't know anything about me and start talking about how I look like and things like that can actually make you become aggravated, make you become angry, make you become upset, and then you walk around with that like a heavy burden. You'll walk around with that doing things that are not really related in any way, or they're not really good in any way, and that can actually result into you carrying bitterness with you, carrying unforgiveness with you, making your soul bitter, and that cannot really help you with your soul care. And so today I'm just gonna kind of introduce this. As I said, Wednesdays will be soul care day for me, that I'll just come and talk about soul care rather than self-care. And one one of the things that I would love us all to look at and love us all to think about and love us all to think or to do is think about those things that are part of you that are not really helpful. Those things that are not in any way helping you get anywhere. And I like just to highlight at this moment, Joshua Davila, thank you so much for your comments. I hope you realize that actually I can report those comments to you to YouTube, because at the end of the day, you're not forced to be on this live stream, right? You are here because you've chosen to. And when you're having really mean comments, that's not really allowed. That's not really acceptable. So I would love really to encourage you, right? If that's all you want to do, and I've got my family coming out in the background, if all you want to do is leave those comments that don't really build, I'm really sorry, but I just want to let you know that that's not acceptable. That's not good, okay? So please, Joshua Davila, let me just encourage you. This is a free space, but I'm not going to sit down today as I'm talking to allow you to start kind of criticizing what I'm saying. You are free to stay or you are free to leave if you need to. Please do not become disrespectful, right? So I was talking about self-care, and as I was saying, at the end of the day, when you're looking after yourself, soul care, sorry, when you're looking after your soul, there will be those things that will come that will literally want to frustrate you, want to harass you, want to make you feel bad about life and things like that. And you have to learn in a way to be able to let go of those things, let go of offense, let go and forgive so that you can move into your freedom. And of course, as I say that, Joshua, is not that I have anything against you. I just say it is not good and is not acceptable when you don't know someone to start labeling them, to start literally criticizing them, even though we are on social media, right? That's not totally acceptable. And so going back into the rest of the things that I wanted to talk about today, just give me a second. I need to deal with these. Thank you. That's done. Awesome. Because I don't really have big back. I give you a shout out. Thank you so much for catching up. I'm really sorry, guys. I love my community, but I just don't like when we come onto social media and then you can start criticizing somebody, describing somebody, and talking about things that do not make sense. Honestly, it is not right, and I'm not going to sit back here and just watch it happen. Sorry about that, Joshua. We'll let go and come back to our soul care Wednesdays. As I was saying, so when we are going to be talking about soul care, we are going to be understanding some of those things that can actually make our souls become unhealthy, make our souls become unhappy, make our souls become ill, so to say, in one way or the other. And so looking back into what are some of those things, maybe for some of us, it might be we need to get to a point where we decide to let go of those bitterness, to let go of the anger, to let go of the things that are holding us back. Because obviously, if you've got garbage or baggage holding you back, you cannot even be able to live healthily. We talk about total wellness. The most important wellness starts actually with the wellness within the soul, wellness within the mind, wellness within the heart. Don't allow yourself to get to a point where you are kind of constantly harassed by situations and circumstances around you that they actually interfere with your ability to be able to let go, with the ability to be able to let go of offense and move on with your life. At the end of the day, always think about yourself and tell yourself one thing: what is it that I can actually be able to do within the limits or remits that I have? Is there anybody that can be able to let go of? Is there any offense that I can be able to let go of? Is there anybody that has wronged me in any way that I can be able to say no to this person or say yes to the other person? That's something that it might be worthwhile as you're thinking about your self-care, as you're thinking about the soul care. things that you can actually decide and say, it's not serving me the purpose, I'm going to let go. It's serving me the purpose, I'm going to hold on these. And so today I'm going to talk more about when you're going away and moving through the days and the seasons ahead, try to think about what are those people that I need to let go of? What are those things I need to forgive? What are those things I need to assume? What are those things I need to overlook so that at the end of the day, I want to travel light? Life is already difficult in itself. Don't let somebody live in your mind rent-free. Don't let somebody live over the things that you're doing, your mind and everything's rent-free. If they have to live on your mind, at least they need to pay rent for living in your heart or your mind or your soul. If they're not paying you the rent, don't allow them to habitate there. Tell them, I don't want to carry around people, situations, circumstances, and all those kind of things that can actually be impactful, hurtful, and can actually reduce even my lifespan. That I sit down in the night, I can't sleep the whole night because I'm thinking about somebody who's done something, somebody who's hurt me in one way or the other. When you're thinking about eliminating some of those baggages that can be so easy, you can say to yourself, why am I carrying you on my heart? What is it, the capacity that I have in my life to do my life, to do my job, to do my mothering responsibilities, to do my life at itself, and still carry somebody else? I don't have the capacity. I don't know about you. And so that's one thing I really want to encourage you. As you're thinking about caring for your soul, be intentional about saying, so and so, you wronged me, I forgive you here and there. I let go of this and move on with my life. So you do something. I don't want to let anger be on my bosom or in my heart as I go to sleep. I'm worried about what somebody has done. I'm worried about what has been said about me. That's gonna become like a cancer, and that can actually impact you and cause you to have a negative lifestyle for no reason. So today, why not choose and say, those people that you are holding on, those hurts that you are holding on. And sometimes we get hurt by people that have no idea that they hurt you. Somebody said something, they've moved on with their life long time ago, they are gone, and you're still holding on that captivity. You're still holding on that prison. You become a prisoner and a slave to people that don't even know. They are moving on with their lives. They are doing their stuff, and you are holding and thinking about them and constantly telling yourself, Claire did this and this and this. I feel bad. I feel offended. You go to sleep, you're actually the one who in the end is taking a paracetamol because of somebody else that has no idea. They are busy doing their lives, and you're really having a nerve breakdown because of people. Life is too short. Let's not do this life holding on people. Let's have short accounts when people do things. And I'm not excusing things like abuse. I'm not excusing things like where people do hurt you intentionally. You have to use judgment to know what are the things that you want to get, like maybe legal rights about and things like that. But if you are able to forgive and move on, that's the best thing that you can ever do to yourself and to your soul, because it gives you the opportunity to have a soul that is healthy, and a soul that is healthy will have a mind that is healthy, and a mind that is healthy and a heart that is healthy. It will be able to look after the overall health and overall wellness and overall well-being, which will all emanate and arise from that capacity and ability to be healthy as you move on. And so I advocate for wellness. I advocate for well-being. I advocate for doing things that will move you towards good health, will move you towards having like a healthy, healed body. But you cannot have a healthy, healed body when your soul is not whole. And your soul cannot be whole when you are holding on unforgiveness and bitterness. You cannot be a healthy, healed, whole soul that can actually even be able to exercise. Sometimes we might even be holding on to excess weight just because of the stress we are carrying people in our hearts and in our souls. Maybe today can be that day that you say, hang on a minute, let me do some soul edit. When I'm doing some soul edit, I'm checking, what is it in this soul of mine that shouldn't be in there? Who is this in my soul that I'm carrying along that shouldn't be there? As I'm telling you this, I'm actually talking to myself. I'm actually reminding myself of people that I'm thinking like, how did they get in there in my soul? How come I haven't really taken an account to just let go of them, to maybe forgive them and just say, you know what, I've got to move on? Because at the end of the day, it all starts with cleansing the inside, the deep work, the heart issues, getting rid of all those heart issues. And maybe for some of us, it may be so difficult to get rid of these heart issues by yourself. Maybe you might need to do it with the help of a counselor. You might have to do it with the help of a pastor. You may have to do it with the help of a coach. I don't know. But whatever you need to do, don't hold on to bitterness. Don't hold on to unforgiveness. Don't hold on to hurt. Because the thing is that when you get hurt and you allow that hurt in your heart, hurt people hurt people. When you are hurt, you begin to hurt other people without necessarily knowing. And so it becomes like a vicious cycle. I was hurt by my husband, and so I'm going to hurt him, and as I hurt him, he'll go and hurt somebody else, and that becomes like a vicious cycle that we can never have a successful, thriving, amazing, healed, healthy bodies when we are in these cycles. And so sometimes you have to break the cycle, and breaking the cycle sometimes might start with just saying to yourself and having this honest conversation and saying, it is not serving me the purpose. Having this person in my heart doesn't serve me the purpose. So I'm going to let go. I'm going to forgive, let God and let go. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to travel busy. You don't want to travel heavy laden. You need to travel light because the world is ready, will put so much pressure on you that you don't really want that pressure to kind of come with a already existing other pressure where you have put on yourself and you're getting hypertension, you're getting diabetes, you're getting cancers because of things that people have done, that sometimes you just have to learn to make excuse for them and say, I'm really sorry. And I have to let go. I have to forgive. I don't know what was going on, because at the end of the day, we all have bad days, right? Even me who's talking to you, I also have those really nasty days. And if you get me on my really bad day, I could as well be somebody that will easily make you feel offended. And in that moment, you can easily carry me along and say, she said this on my channel, she did this and she did that. And that can actually impact you and make you hold on unforgiveness for no reason. And so I'm giving you a secret sauce to life for your soul care. Remember one thing. Always have a short account. If somebody does something, excuse it, forgive, and move on, so that you don't wallow in unforgiveness and bitterness and anger, because those produce other hormones as well that are not needed around the body, and chemicals that are not needed around the body, which can actually result in you being unwell, as I've said. And we don't need to carry that. We don't need to be unwell because of somebody else who might not even know. They might be sleeping the whole night through the night, and you're spending sleepless nights thinking about somebody who's hurt you, who doesn't even know, right? Because the soul can be very deceptive. So don't allow your soul to carry those hurts, to carry on those things that are not really meant for you. Let go, forgive, and move on. This has been Soul Care Wednesday, day 1 or part 1. I will come back again next week on Wednesday with Soul Care Wednesday part 2, and then we will see how this progresses, and hopefully at the end of the day I will be able to spend some time, break this down. Potentially I've got a dear friend of mine who's really good into mindsets and things like that. I might hook up with her as well to bring her on board to just kind of talk to you guys and give you a little bit of some tips and tricks on how you can have soul care and have an amazing soul care, not just soul care for the sake of it, because it all starts with our hearts, our souls, our minds, for our bodies to be consecrated, for our bodies to be whole, for our bodies to be right, for our bodies to be healthy. It will all start from those things that we don't see inside us that will come out to the surface, and that can impact greatly on what we do. Can I take this moment just to appreciate every one of you who's been live with me? Even those who have been a bit mean, I'm really grateful to you. I thank God for each one of you. Thank you so much for such a privilege. Big back. I give you a big shout out, as I said. Joshua, if you watch this again, no, I have nothing against you. I just mean that if you go onto social media, there is no need and there's no reason for starting to really just pick up on somebody for no reason. If you are new here, my name is Claire. I have the privilege of being the founder of this channel. I am all about well-being. I'm all about healthy living, hence the reason why I do what I do. I'll leave you go. I need to go and look after my little boy, and have a blessed evening. God bless you. Know that you're much loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Take care. I shall catch up with you again very soon. Goodbye and God bless. Bye.